Woke up in the hospital, was paralyzed, had broke my sixth cervical, and had to go through physical therapy, occupational therapy. I had to learn how to get dressed, how to do everything all over like I was a kid. You know, it was pretty stressful, but that winning attitude of mine, I was able to overcome. I found out I didn't really know a lot about accessibility and getting around and curb cuts and everything, but then once I was in a wheelchair, I found out how important those things are. I had a whole lot of support from the coaches, teammates, and from people and from athletes all over the country. And from, you know, I mean, even Richard Pryor, who I used to love, sending me a telegram telling me to get better, and just people from all walks of life was just sending me letters. But most of all, I've always had support from the IU fans and the IU players and all that. And that helped me, even though I still was going to succeed no matter what and get the best out of my ability. But it was just good to know that they was there for me and supported me also. It was probably I was in the hospital for 4 months, and it was probably maybe 7 or 8 months into my injury that I went back to school to get my degree. They built an apartment building that was accessible, and so I was able to live there, and that was cool. But some of the classes I wasn't able to get into because they had steps, and so I had to go to IUPUI, you know, which is basically more flat and more accessible. Indiana University, because Indiana University is pretty old, and IUPUI was pretty recent and pretty new. I took a few classes at IUPUI, and then once I took those classes at IUPUI that I couldn't take at IU, I went back to IU and finished up my degree and just took basically some classes that I knew that I was able to get into those classrooms. You know, until the ADA passed a lot of laws and, you know, make, you know, most buildings accessible and curbs and everything. The ADA law means a lot to me, and so I'm glad they passed that. I wrote Obama because when we won the national championship, we wasn't able to go to the White House to meet Reagan because he got shot right before our game, and so we wasn't there because usually the champion gets to go to the White House and meet the president. So we didn't get to go because he was healing, and so we didn't get to go. So when Obama came in, I wrote him, and he invited me to come, and it was for the passing the 10, I think it was 10 years or 20 years, I don't know. Well, it was the 20th year for them passing the ADA law, so I went there for that and met him, took a picture with him, and it was cool, you know. So I did not like not being able to go to the White House and meet the president. So I said, I'm gonna do this myself. And so I had just bought a new Cadillac, drove it to DC, was floating down the highway. It was nice.